Hey there everyone, and welcome to another video. In a previous live stream on my personal channel, I said that I was taking a break from programming for a while. Well, I was not lying when I said that, but I didn't exactly say I'd be quitting programming entirely. See, I've been taking a break from developing the PeaceNet, and meanwhile, I've been working on a little web application, and I say little, but it's not really that little anymore. This web application I am codenaming Project Cassian, and basically here's a little history. The PeaceNet, we use, or at least we used, something called Hack and Plan. Now I've done a little overview about Hack and Plan a few months ago on this channel, but I plan to do an entire tutorial series on it, but I never did. That's because I've started to find Hack and Plan a little cumbersome in some areas. Maybe it's because of how I have my project set up, maybe it's not, I don't know, but I've been finding it cumbersome, so I've been developing my own version of Hack and Plan that's completely open source. Free open source, it's gonna be free to use. It's gonna be used by us developing the PeaceNet, and I want to show you guys around what I've been developing. So this is Project Cassian. One thing I want to point out is actually responsive, which, if I recall correctly, Hack and Plan is not. I've tried it on my phone, but as you can see, I'm zooming in, and now we're in mobile view, which is a little broken, but for the most part, it is responsive. And in mobile view, it is actually showing a little more, or it's showing things a little more friendly for a mobile device. We can see a lot of the cards and everything, and everything's just set up properly. But if I zoom out and go back into the desktop view, things are a lot more desktop friendly. So that's pretty cool. I'm not a great web developer, but I'd like to imagine that I'm doing a good job with this so far. If we head into account settings, we can actually modify our profile in here. There's a bit of a bug with the Markdown editor, which you'll see later, but it's not happening here. But here we can change our username. We can change our display name, or our full name, sorry. We can customize our profile's about section. We can upload a photo for our avatar, as well as for our cover image. We can choose whether we prefer our full name to display as our display name or our username. If I untick this box, there, set successfully. Now it says Alkaline Thunder 2 at the top there. So I'm going to leave it ticked, because I like my real name. But we can also choose whether or not we're using a dark theme, but I should caution you, I'm still working on the theming system, so it's using the dark theme no matter what. So, yeah. Alright, so with the about, or with the profile about me, it's actually using Markdown. Now this Markdown editor is kind of cool. It's called Simple MDE. It's a simple JavaScript Markdown editor, and it's a what you see is what you get, but not really. You can actually see the Markdown syntax, but it's got this cool little mix between Markdown syntax highlighting and what you see is what you get. So you'll notice that as I'm creating headings here, it's actually showing me a live preview of what the Markdown would look like. Which is kind of cool. And we can do paragraphs as well. This is a paragraph with bold, italic, bold, italic. Oh, no. I did that wrong. Stroken through and code text. And we can do lists. So this is an unordered list item, and this is an ordered list item. We can also do this is a nested list with 2 levels, and that'll work for ordered list as well. We can also do code blocks. This is some C# code, namespace bitphoenix software.3piecenet. Gotta have your curly braces on the right line. Public class program, public static void main string args console right line hello world. Now, I don't have syntax highlighting support yet, but in the future that will come. That'll actually highlight as C# code. What else can we do? We can also do, this is a block quote. And then this is a fluid image. And then we can do /images /cover art default.pnp. This whole thing is based on hack and plan. So you get the point. It's a markdown editor, and it's quite cool. If we submit, it'll submit and it'll save for us. And then if we go back to our profile, we can actually see what the markdown actually looks like. So there's our list, there's our ordered list, our nested list demo, there's some scrollable code. There's the block quote, and there's the fluid image. You'll see that it actually sized to... basically, it sizes to fit the available space, but only if the image is larger than it can fit, which is handy. Then we can see the paragraph of all the inline formatting and stuff like that. So it looks pretty cool. That's how we customize our profile. We can go into a project as well, and it has the same thing. It has the whole... this is the bug. When you open a model dialog, it's supposed to show the markdown editor properly, but it doesn't, which is a bug. But yeah, that works. And we can also, one thing I don't believe you can do with Hack and Plan is you can actually rename the project. So if I wanted to call this Project Cassian, I don't know if this is going to work because there might be a project already named that on another user. No, it actually renamed it. We're good. We're good. Project Cassian. And you'll notice that, oh wait, I'm not showing the URL, but yeah, I'll show that later. We can see a list of the developers of the project, so there's only me. Maybe, now, what about avatars? Now, avatars, they work, because the UI isn't great for uploading them. So, I'm going to, no, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to find an image. Now, ignore all the copyrighted images. Please, YouTube, ignore the copyrighted images. But, let's say... Oh god, there's too much. Let's say I want to upload a C# icon. I used to have this avatar on Discord. Upload. It'll resize it for me, and then it'll take me back to this page, and it's going to show up here. Why it's not fluid, I don't know. But... okay. There we go. And we can see now it shows up on our profile. And it's the same thing for cover, or for the cover photo, except the cover photo is it's gotten a lot cooler user interface. See, it opens up a model. Then we can choose a background image. I'm going to go, what about this, this PeaceNet picture here? From old PeaceNet. And there, it displays nice and... actually, no, that's ShiftOS. But there, it displays. And then, if I go to my profile, it displays there too. So that's pretty cool. Now, I haven't shown you much of the project system yet. Let's look at that. If we go to our dashboard, which is where you go when you first log in, we can see a list of all the projects we own or are a developer of. And we can create a project. So let's create a new project, and I'm going to go with... let's go ShiftOS. ShiftOS is a game about an evolving operating system that you can shift your own way. And then I can choose whether or not the project is public. If this box is unchecked, then only you can access the project as well as developers you add to it. If it is checked, then anyone can view the project. Users who are not developers can suggest new features for the project and can see the project. And then other developers you add will have the same access that you do. So there, we've just created a project. Now we are a developer. There we go. Michael Vanderbeek right there. If we want to later, again, we can edit the project content and the name. The cool part comes when we go to the game design document. Now, we don't have anything in our game design document yet. So it's telling us this project, this game design document is empty, and it wants us to create our first game design element. So let's do that now. It's going to make us make a folder, because that's the only element type there is. But let's name the element. I'm going to name it Programs, because it's a folder. And then under the element content, we're going to say Programs are tiny applet, or graphical user interface applets that let the player do certain things within the in-game operating system. Alright, then we can create. Now it's going to come up with this sort of UI here. This is the game design document UI. It's similar to Hack and Plan, though not really. If we look here, we can see the ID of the element. This is the user, or the URL slug. So if I were to want to share this element with someone, I could, and this would be the ID that they would use. It shows us the type of element, which is a folder. It tells us the author of the element, which is me, the element's content, and allows us to edit it, and the element tasks. Now there are no tasks, but we can add a task from here. And if we do that, which tasks are not implemented, so it's gonna 404 us when we try to submit this, but we can edit we can set the task name, we can choose which element it belongs to, if any. So yeah, we can choose the task priority, which can be either very low, normal, important, or urgent. And we can set the task type, or the task content, so the description, which is also markdown. We can, oh god, what did I do here? Oh, we're scrolled down. This indicator tells us how many held elements there are, which we can have children. If we add a new element with an element selected, we can actually, first of all, it allows us to select a parent element. So if we set a name, we can actually terminal. The terminal allows users to run command line programs in the game. So that's how that works. One thing I haven't actually tried is linking between elements. I'm not sure if I can do that, but as you can see now, this guy is the selected one, the terminal, and the programs has one element. Eventually you'll be able to change the element types, so don't worry. We can edit the content from here as well. So I could do C terminal commands, and we can do projects /p/shiftOS/e/terminal commands for more info. Alright, and that's one thing you can't do in Hackett is link between them like that in the content. Now, it doesn't exist, so it's gonna 404 us. But who's to say we can't create the terminal commands element? So we could do terminal commands. Now, one problem is there is no way to do no parent. So terminal commands are tiny command line programs that are run in the, and then we can do terminal /projects/p/shiftOS p/terminal in the terminal. So yeah, we can create that, and then it'll become a child of programs. I'm a little annoyed that you can't create that. That is a bug, that you can't create one that's another root. You should be able to. I will fix that. But we can actually link between them, of course, now that there's actually an existing project or existing. See, it's working perfectly. We can link between them. And if we want to collapse and go back to the main UI, we can click collapse all. That collapses everything back to roots. What else can we do with this? Let's log out of me. We're gonna create a new user. Haven't tried yet. Actually, no. Let's log in as this user. I forget what its password. It's the same password. It's my weak one. This is local, so nice try hacking me. Ignore that. No. This is all going wrong. What? How am I logged in? What? Okay. That's a bug. Okay, ignore this. Actually, no. We'll log in as this user. I can explain why that email address is what it is. I don't want to right now, but I can explain. Let's... Alright, we're gonna create a new public project. Actually, no, we're not. We're gonna take this project, and we're going to name it... We're gonna rename it. I can't pronounce that word, but you know what word that is, demo. This project exists to demo the design element I can't pronounce that word. I swear to God, I need fucking speech therapy. The design elements I can't do it. System. Alright. Save. Then what we're gonna do is we're going to go into the game design document. We're gonna create a new element for people to actually see. Test folder. I wish we could create multiple root elements. Alright? That would probably fit more as a suggestion, but now let's log out of Jonathan Lattiser. Why did I name it that? Then we're gonna log in, and we're going to not use that account. We're going to use my other one. Alright, now we're logged in as Michael Van Overbeek. Then what we're gonna do is we're going to actually find... We're gonna find... we're gonna go, to /projects /p /suggestion demo. Alright, it's gonna take us right here to Jonathan Lattiser's project. If we go to his profile, of course, we can see that his username is not the real county, so if we want to get to his profile, we can go there, and then we can actually go and see a demo of the Markdown system, as well as the suggestion demo project as well, so another way to get to a project. That's public is to go to the user's profile. Then if we go to the game design document, we can see that there's that folder right there that we were in. And now you'll notice that the create element button that was there when we were the project developer is now a suggest element button. If we click that, we get the same exact UI, except the title says suggest element design, or suggest game design element. So we can enter a name. Multiple root elements. Users should be able to create root elements after the first root element of a project's game design document has been created. In the parent selection box, there should be an option for none, as is the case with the add task user interfaces element selection box. Alright, now this is parented to test folder. It's a folder. Alright, now this one has a little bit of a different UI. First of all, it says design element suggestion up here. That's my best attempt at pronouncing that word. It shows the offer as being Michael Van Overbeek. Approval is not approved yet. And then it also tells us the ID and the folder. And we actually have a chance to edit the content as the element offer. Alright. And you'll notice that the tasks pane does not display. You can't assign a task to a element suggestion. It needs to be approved by a developer first before you can actually assign a task to it. Moreover, as a user, you can't assign tasks anyway. So let's log out of Michael. We're gonna log back in as one of them. Alright, we're gonna go to the suggestion demo. We're gonna go game design document. We're gonna go here. You'll notice it shows up right here. And it's a suggestion. And we have the ability to approve it. Now, approving it is going to 404 us. I haven't implemented that yet. But when you click that button, it's gonna do a post request to the server, and it's gonna refresh the page for you, and then the element will be approved. And then the task pane will show up. You notice that if we try to create a task, we can of course select the parent, but it's not showing up, or the suggestion is not showing up. I'm actually gonna show you how cool it is. First of all, I'm gonna show you how quickly I can actually let's go into the code here. I'm gonna show you how easy it is for me to develop this thing. Alright. There we go. So to add approval, what we need to do is we need to first of all go in here, approve, and we know the URL, so the URL it's trying to get to is /project/p/suggestion/demo/e/multiple root elements /approve. So that's the URL we want. So we're going to go into projects.js. Alright. Okay, and routes. Then we're going to do... Okay, so we have a router.isProjectDev. We have... Alright. So we're going to do router.post/p/project/e/element/approve. And then for functions that'll validate this, or that'll handle this router, we're going to do router.getProject, which gets the project from the URL. Then there's router.getElement. Then there's router.isProjectDev, which makes it so that we need to be a developer in order to do this. And then we can do router.element write access, which means that we need write access to the element to be able to do this. And we can finally, if all of that, or all of those functions let us through, we can do function request response next. Alright. Then we're going to do res.locals.element.approved equals true. Res.locals.element, I believe it's approved by, but I'm not sure. Approved by equals request.user, and then res.locals.element.save function error, and then element. Once we've approved it, we're going to flash a message to the user. Design element suggestion approved. And we're going to redirect the user back to the actual project. And to the element. Okay. If we save, restart the application, when we go back, we're going to be logged out, or we're going to be actually logged out once we refresh the page, so I'm just going to help it along here and log back in. It's going to take a bit as it loads up all the database stuff. Now we're going to go into here, game design document, to the suggestion, and then we're going to go approve, and it's going to tell us that we had a problem. You do not have permission to do that. That, I don't know where that's coming from, but that's what? Okay. I don't know why it broke like that, but it did. Let's see, element write access. I know this is not a dev stream, but I just want to show you guys what it's like to develop this thing. It should be easy, but apparently it doesn't want to be. If res.locals.is developer, oh, that'll do it. I clearly didn't. Is project dev. Never mind that. That's just a me at 2 AM mistake. Okay. It should work now. Alright. Game design document. And we're gonna go approve. There we go, now it works. And then it turns into a design element and we get a tasks field. And of course we can select this as a task element. So bam! That works! So what am I trying to demo here? Well, in Hack and Plan, projects are private. I actually tweeted at them asking them if they'll ever make public projects a thing for open source projects. They said they will, but it's not on their to-do list right now. They're probably working on it right now, because this was a long time ago. But I decided I don't want to wait. I want to do it on my own. So I'm rolling my own hacking plan, and I'm trying out collaborative, community-driven game design. My philosophy is that, well, with the PeaceNet, it's open source. Open source means that you guys can see and contribute to the code. but you guys can't see or contribute to the actual game's design. That is all a me thing. That is a BitPhoenix dev team thing, and I don't like that. I don't like that you guys can't see our plans for the game. I don't like that you guys can't see the progress of the game as we see it. I don't like that you guys can't suggest features very easily in a way that makes it easy for both you and us. I don't like that at all. And I don't like that I have to pay for certain features in Hack and Plan when I could program them myself to do certain things like GitHub integration. I don't like that. So I decided to roll my own, and we're gonna give it a try. What I just demoed, even though it was a little buggy, was the fact that you guys, once this is deployed as BitPhoenix's system, you guys will be able to suggest game design elements for the PeaceNet. Community will be able to comment on them. We will be able to comment on them. We'll be able to edit your content, and you'll be able to make revisions as well. We can approve elements, and we can assign tasks to them. And we can all track the progress. Everyone, the entire community, not just the devs, we can all track the progress of all these elements. There are a few things that only devs will be able to do, like adding element types and things like that, but for the most part, everything is open. But yeah, that's basically what I'm trying to do here. As for the UI, it's Bootstrap 4 with Heart.js and things like that. It's kind of cool, I really like it. Anyway, that's really what I wanted to show off for this video. This is not the only video I'm doing on this, don't worry. There's a lot to come. For example, the tasks, that's missing. It's there, it's just not, it's missing a lot of stuff. So, no tasks to display, metrics is not there. Administration is not, or what is that? What is that? Yeah, administration is not there. Team is not there. About project, it's a little empty. Granted, you can edit the content and add stuff for yourself. But I'm gonna add some more to it, like some overall metrics and things like that for people to see. Yeah, there's a lot to go. So this is not the only video you're gonna see on it. This is gonna be what I'm developing in place of the PeaceNet for now. And I forgot that there's a big-ass Riolu right there. Wow. Let's change that. We're gonna change Jonathan Lattiser's wallpaper so that it's not copyrighted. Projects, WP artwork, something that we own. Alright. There we go. And that works! Anyway, that's about it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. That was a weird effect for you guys. Thanks for watching, and hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think. I will be putting this into beta as soon as I get all the 404s and everything gotten rid of and things like that. But yeah, that's about it for this video. Thanks for watching.